Hi, I'm Andrew, an entrepreneur and a computer science student,
Hi, I'm Verene, a psychology major student.
and you're now listening to the Ink Thoughts podcast, where we ponder and talk about incongruous thoughts ranging from our daily life to the human mind. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ink Thoughts podcast. How are you feeling today, Verene?
Hello. Initially this morning I actually I wake up feeling very motivated to do stuff, and energized. But then after our discussion just now, I actually feel a bit tired.
Oh, okay. Is it because of the title, the title thing again?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
All right. Okay. I understand that the title is not particularly hard to think, but it's actually not that easy. I agree that this week's title is a bit hard. It's hard to find like other ways to rephrase it. So yeah. But yes, today I'm looking forward to something. Not really. Yes, actually, I believe that's counted as looking forward. So, yesterday our science and technology minister announced that they will be shortening the AstraZeneca vaccine to the period between the first dose and second dose from 12 weeks down to 9 weeks. And yeah, because Malaysia have been traditionally quite a slow country where things have been quite slow pace, whatever. So, and he has been performing quite well in most of the things where, as long as it's operated under him, it's usually quite efficient.
Oh, okay.
But yes, we still actually not we, actually just me. So after he said that, I was expecting like, okay, so since it's shortened, I believe mine will get I'll get my second dose a lot earlier, from maybe previously it's like 30th of July to maybe down to next week. So, and I'll probably get the message maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow, because he made the announcement yesterday, and then today they might be changing the system or whatever. So it's expected that we'll get it tomorrow, and that is considered fast.
Yeah.
When we compare to other ministers where they take days to actually sit down and have meetings,
Or
and then
even weeks.
and then maybe even yes, and then they might even tell that the announcement will be made tomorrow by a higher ranked officer, something like that. So it's quite normal that what I thought just now is fast, but they surprised me. So the notification actually came out earlier today, and then they just tell you that your second dose appointment is next week, and then confirm and something like that. And even my dad, which is I think in August, he also received his second dose notification. Yeah, when's yours again actually?
I think it's the beginning
it's
of
in August or
beginning of August.
Beginning of August.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But then there's still no specify there about the wait list, so I don't have a particular time. Like the one I get.
So they'll actually they'll call you on that single day?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Okay. Okay, that's cool.
That it makes me thinking like, what if I've started working and then
Oh, all right. Okay, understand actually. Yeah. Perhaps later they might give you a time.
Yeah, hopefully.
But yes, this is the one thing which I'm quite surprised, and like it kind of put faith into me after seeing all this. Well, our government have been a bit more efficient, except the particular person who actually got diarrhea. Other than that, they have been particularly efficient in making decisions and stuff, because we are in quite a critical situation.
Yeah.
COVID wise, so yeah. But by the time I think this comes out, it will be a month. Yeah, a month after this has happened. Hopefully, by the time this comes out, this episode comes out, a lot of things is better, and then we're probably in the second stage of our recovery plan, a national recovery plan. So yeah. So what are we talking about today?
So we are talking about overcoming the choice paralysis in online shopping. Like, online shopping is a very common thing for us nowadays, and we might face some choice paralysis problem.
Okay, so yes, can you share? Let's start with your most recent online shopping experience. What did you purchase recently?
Oh, I purchased is an instant coffee. Yeah. So I actually learned more about coffee. Like there's two types of coffee beans basically. So the Arabica and the Robusta. So there's people telling that Arabica might be better. So but then there's a lot of instant coffee that they actually mix up the two, but they didn't tell you the what is it called?
Percentage?
Yeah, percentage. Yeah. The composition of each type. So, so I found out that Nescafe, they actually do instant coffee with just Arabica. But then, usually my mom will purchase it from supermarket or any places that is convenient. Just that it's a bit hard for me to tell her because now COVID time I don't usually go out and buy stuff. So it's a bit hard for me to tell her which type I wanted to try out. So I might just purchase it online. Yeah. Then I think there's like two types for those instant coffee that only contain Arabica beans. But yeah, I actually took some time thinking which one should I get. Like quite like a few days.
Wow. Okay. So, but you actually just went online to purchase like that instant coffee, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So, what other problems other than like? Wait, you spend time thinking about what again? I spent days actually.
Yeah. Thinking about because I say that there's like two types of. Then I'm thinking which one should I get because there's minor. I mean not minor. There's differences in taste, but I didn't really try it out. I didn't really try both of it before, so I just don't know which one to choose.
Okay. So that's your main concern that caused you to spend like days thinking which one you should get.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any other thing that contributed to the days which you spent thinking?
Not really. I think just the flavor of that coffee. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any like recent experience in online shopping that
Actually, yes. So my recent online shopping experience is pretty recent. In fact, actually, that made me think of something that's quite exciting because it's actually arriving today. So yeah.
You know, like when you say that, I'm thinking like which stuff are you referring to?
Oh. Yeah, I was talking about the 3 pair of pants which I just bought because
okay.
I am looking for long pants and then they're on a discount, so why not just like purchase it? And there's basically no other options other than shopping online now. Like you can't go to any physical store, so yeah, that's the only valid option left. So but the reason I actually went in and purchased that the reason came from the discount that they are providing because the notification shot in and it's quite it's a relatively brand. I think it's branded. Yeah, you can consider it branded, and then that's like a 20% off on top of or whatever discounted price that they have. So yeah, I think the prices are quite reasonable, and I do need some long pants, so I went in and checked them out. But the thing is, it's I experienced choice paralysis at that moment because not only are there many choices, but even if we go down into one particular color, they have a few choices as well. What are those choices? Actually, some are literally the same. The name is even the same, just that the sequence is different. So they call it kind of like suit trousers, skinny fit, and another one they just call it skinny fit suit trousers. Okay. I have no idea what's the difference between them. Just that one is probably cheaper than the other. So and some are just like, I know that they're slightly different in texture and all that. So yes, that's how I ended up, I think, spending at least 2 hours before I make the payment. Yeah, this is actually considered better, because if we compare to shopping for, let's say, one single item, let's say even if we're talking about just long pants, and I just go ahead and search it on a platform, because over here when I was using when my recent purchase when I was doing my recent purchase, it already narrowed down to one single brand, because they're just offering discount to that one single brand. So there's only like, I think, around 40 choices, and within that 40 choices there's probably like 12, 13 design colors, and then within each of the color maybe there's like 2 different variants, something like that. But if you are just looking for trousers, and you just head to a major online shopping website and you just search long trousers, damn, there will be so many choices that first, there's just so many different brands choices that you need to go through before you need to enter into choosing the colors, and maybe the variants as in like maybe designs or whatever. And finally, only you can make a purchase. And the worst case might come when you've ended up finding the preferred color and variant, but they don't have your size. So you need to repeat the whole process again. And that happened during my recent experience as well, because after choosing some of them, because I actually asked you to help decide on the design and stuff, because I'm not particularly good when it comes to fashion. So yeah, I needed your help. And yeah, after you chose a few for me, it ended up that they don't have the design. I was like, oh shit, I have to go through the whole thing again. So yes, it's definitely, I mean, like, if we purchase it in store, actually it may, it doesn't take up to 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
It take maybe 1 hour. Maybe because there is the visual input, because we get to try those things out. So it makes the process less tiring. Of course, and there's definitely less options, because you, unlike on the phone where you can scroll through the page infinitely, and when you're in a store, of course you can choose to go ahead to another store, but sometimes you just won't think about other store when you're in the store. But on the website, they force you to think about the other stores when you are perhaps just looking to in one single store.
Yeah, and then when we are in the physical store, we get to try and all. It becomes easier for us to evaluate if that thing is for us.
Yes, exactly. Because one thing I believe that actually it's the process is very tiring. I believe it's because when we're in store, there's a visual input, so it's easier for us to process. Unlike now, currently we are in just online, we are trying to imagine whether will we regret after the thing arrives, even though they actually provide return, but nobody really enjoy the return process, even though how simple it is. Because you just need to put the effort to like send it back, and then you might have to buy another pair just to to cover the pair that you have returned it back. So it's not that pleasant, even though like everything is free, something like that. So yeah, we ended up talking about the differences. I mean, like what differences between online and offline shopping. What other differences do you think there is, other than perhaps with offline shopping we have a visual input, we get to try that out, we get to evaluate through that option, and then we generally have less choices. So we won't be forced to think of other options unconsciously. Do you think there's other things? That makes maybe offline shopping. I mean, it makes us there's less of choice paralysis when we are doing offline shopping.
Yeah, I actually think that the review thing sometimes makes our decision making process even harder. Like, okay, imagine it's very common, but imagine the same kind of product, there's a few different vendors offering it, and then you go through those reviews and all. Sometimes there's a mix of good and bad. How are you going to evaluate that? Because of that review, you tend to hope that you will get something you are satisfied with because you have looked through those reviews. So you don't want the regretful feeling after that. And then looking through all those reviews, it makes it even harder to like decide which particular vendor you are going to purchase from. Right.
Yes, indeed. Yes, actually, yes. I think this really this amplifies the thing about overchoice, because when we have, I think there's a balancing factor in having choices. Let's focus on review first. I mean, in normal offline shopping, we do have reviews as well, but the reviews are basically from our friends, relative, whatever. They just tell us that, or even when we search online. But when we do that, when we search online, we get one or two particular website talking about it, or our relative tell us. We only get like 3 or 4 person telling us. So we end up having maybe 10 of them. So it's a lot easier to evaluate. But when it comes to hundreds or thousands of reviews online, then even though you know that there is maybe 700 5-star reviews, but perhaps the 52 and 1-star review does affect you, even though if you look at the percentage, they are very low. Maybe the same as your one relative saying that this thing is bad. But for some reason, the quantity still affects you. Maybe the image or whatever they're writing actually affects you, which makes you think twice before like buying this thing. Just like even when it comes to choices, when we are in a store, usually they have 2 or 3 choices as well, like variants, or even like the same thing, but then one of them is an older version, which they're trying to clear all the stocks, and one of them just newer. It's easier that way when compared to online, where there's like 50 of the same thing or like similar thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think, yes, that's one thing about balancing, when I think that is a certain threshold before it makes it very, very hard for us to decide on things. Do you think that?
Yeah. And I think even though some like maybe vendors or shops, they have always, I mean, they have a good reputation or anything, but sometimes that's just one or two comments, but I mean negative comments, then it will still affect you so much.
Yes, I agree with that. But but yes. Okay. But do you do look at reviews? But because now I just realized that I actually rarely look at reviews. I mean, unless it's it's something expensive.
I think because most of the stuff I buy is not very expensive, and then there's like really a lot of shops offering that. So I don't know which shop should I buy from. So one of the way that can help me is through reviews.
Okay. I mean, I do that when I go on to Taobao, because Taobao there's too much of the same thing. But when it comes to electronics, because I already know the specific brand, so the only one thing that I'm trying to compare is like maybe price, discounts, or like free gift that they're providing. But yes, so now let's get back to the topic. So how can we overcome this choice paralysis thing?
Well, the easiest way is to limit our choice, but
but can you actually limit the choice? That's the thing. Like, I mean, like, you can consciously tell yourself that, okay, let's just buy those that are branded. Let's say that branded. But when you see all those that are not branded, which are cheaper, or maybe just the image looks better, you will still be drawn to it, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
True.
Well, I guess that's one way you can do. You can actually use filters, but sometimes it depends whether the filters can fulfill your filter, like your conscious filter.
Yeah.
I mean, that can help, but when it comes to, if we just really try to limit ourselves to a few choices, is it possible?
I think it's pretty hard actually. Like, it's really like too much of it nowadays because everyone is trying to just sell something online.
Yeah, so
Mm.
I don't think that's. I mean, yeah, the filter thing I think still works. Like how I just, when I'm looking for shoes, I'll just filter out the few brands so that, yeah, it saves me effort to do that. But I mean, I think that's actually one way. So you really just filter out the brands that you want before you purchase. So it saves your time. But I do understand that when.
But what about those without brands?
I mean, yeah, that would be the tough part. But I do know one way that I can overcome it, because when I buy stuff, I tend to have a particular brand which I'm looking for. It's quite rare for me to just like want to buy something, like want to buy pants with no specific brands in mind. So I will take the brand into consideration, and when it comes to choosing things, I mainly compare their prices. Yeah. So for me, one easy way to solve it would be just buy it. Like, because like if the thing is that I'm not comfortable spending so much. That's why I'm comparing the prices. But for me, because I already know what brands I want, that's why I talk about the filter thing. I will filter through all that, and whatever that's left, I'll just go through them, choose the one I like, and then I should just pay for it. Because what I did that day, I actually compared like discounts and prices and all that, so it affects my final choices, my final decision. So if I'm rich enough, I'm comfortable spending so much money, I can literally just spend it, just put the money on the table, buy it.
Yeah.
So yeah. But
I think that's also the main reason that makes people feel so hard to make that decision.
Exactly, yeah. Like, especially when you compare all those discounts. And yeah, another thing is that whether it is worth spending those times searching for a 5 ringgit discount, yeah, just to fulfill your short-term gratification. Sometimes that is not really important, I think, because spending an hour, and you know that usually the minimum pay is at around 8 ringgit per hour. So yeah, you are actually, there's no difference after that. Like, you lost 8 hours trying to search for 8 ringgit voucher. I mean, you lost 1 hour trying to search for 8 ringgit voucher. But yes, if I talk about the times when I search for something that's no brand, it would be like when I try to find, usually it's on Taobao, when I look into like cases, screen protectors, all this. So I don't particularly care about brands. Then yes, that's a bit hard. But still, on Taobao, on Taobao I actually I rely on the ratings but not the reviews.
Okay.
So what I do is I usually search for those that have the most purchases, and then I will just go with that. Yeah, I will usually just go with that. Or I'll just search the top 3 or something, and I'll just like go through their descriptions, look which one is actually nicer. Because I actually compare the physical specifications, all that. I just go through that and see whichever is the best, and then I'll just go with that. Yeah, I don't go in and read the reviews. I just
okay.
As long as like 4 point something stars, I'm like, yeah, I guess it's fine. Because the thing about in Taobao is that there is quite a huge amount of people using it. It's usually like 10,000 or 100,000 people bought that thing. So yeah, that is the rating should be reliable. But I do understand what I've said just now, where the few bad reviews will affect me when it comes to expensive stuff.
Yeah.
When it's an expensive item, and then even though it may be just one single bad review, yeah, that will worry me. But of course, the reputation of the shop will actually will help. So if there's this 1 or 2 review, but then the I know this this online shop has a physical shop somewhere with good reputation, or like the overall reputation of this online shop is okay, I will go with it. I will usually go with it because I know that I'm protected by the e-commerce website as well.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess that will be my choice, my way of overcoming it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just recall not long ago experience of mine. I actually bought a, should I call it phone holder, or something like this? Is it phone holder?
Okay.
Yeah. So I actually wanted something.
Why did you buy that? I find that very interesting. Why did you buy that? What are you using that for?
Because
what are you actually using it for?
Because most of the time I put my phone on it, because sometimes like maybe I video call with you, and then I need to charge my phone at the same time as well, because the battery runs out very, very fast. Then it's a bit hard for me to just put it somewhere else. It keeps on dropping. Then it makes me thought of buying this, and it's not very expensive as well. So I actually bought it from Lazada, and then I remember for this thing, I didn't really spend too much of time on it. Although there's like a lot of choices on Lazada. Yeah, I just usually when you search for it, the more popular one might pop up first, right?
Then
so
you just go with that.
Yeah, I just look at 1 or 2, and then I decide straightly. Then I just buy it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do scan through the ratings and reviews.
Okay.
Because then I don't know, maybe because I really want that thing and I don't really care that much.
I don't think it's because you actually want that thing, but I think the price is so low that it's quite okay with you, like even if it's something bad, and you know that it can't be that bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you talk about what else? Yeah, even just 100 ringgit shirt, that actually affects you, because you're paying 100 something ringgit, and then the shirt might not fit you, and then the quality is a concern, something like that. You have bad, basically if it's that bad, it won't be something that you want to use. So that will kind of affect your choices, right?
Yes. But just like I thought of my experience buying clothes from Taobao. Usually because girls' clothes can be quite cheap on Taobao, and then although it's cheap, I still tend to think twice, because I want that stuff to at least be quite okay. Yeah, because on Taobao it's a bit different. It's not like you buy the expensive one, you definitely will get a good one. Sometimes they're just basically the same thing with a different price.
Yeah, that's true. That's really true.
So yeah,
I guess in this case, then there's the two requirement there. So one is actually the price thing. Another thing is how much you actually care about using that thing. In your case, the phone holder, it's both cheap and you don't really you know that it can't get that bad, and even if it's really that bad, you still can use it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to shirt, okay, of course, in your case, the price factor is not there anymore. But for sizes and all that, it's quite important, because if the size doesn't fit, you basically can't wear it. And if the design isn't there, like it's the quality of the design isn't as expected, you won't be wearing it out onto the street as well. And then unlike a phone holder, which you know that how wrong can it be? There is a lot of potential mistakes in like making the shirt or whatever, especially when it's like from Taobao. So I think we just it's kind of either or thing. Not either or. Not either or. Yeah, it's actually we need both. We kind of will consider both together. So both criteria will have to be satisfied before we can actually just make that choice straight away without thinking too much.
Okay. Wait. Which two criteria?
So the first one would be the price. So when it's cheap enough, and then when it's something that you know for a fact that it won't go wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can see that because like when it comes to buying expensive stuff, let's say a phone or a laptop, usually there won't be the problem of knowing a fact that it will go wrong, because I know that I know that this store is fine, whatever. So it just comes down to the price factor. That's why I spend most of the time searching for the best price.
Yeah.
When it comes to whether this thing works or not, let me try the thing. I think my pants, it's the same thing as well. The reason why I bought that pants, because I am not very certain about the size as well, actually. The sizing. So sometimes each manufacturer, even though they use a standard size, but it may not fit exactly that one. There might still be some a slightly bit bigger or slightly bit narrower when compared to the listed size. And then you don't know how it will look on you. That's why, even though how cheap it is, you might still think about that, because you know for a fact that it might come to your pair of hands, and then you might actually not like it. So yes, I think this is actually the two only factor that we consider. Is there a third factor that we actually consider? Because I think this kind of like solve all the problem. Let's apply it back to your coffee your coffee thing.
Okay. So first one is the price, right?
I think the price factor is not looking for that, right?
Yeah. I don't even care about like, is there any cheaper choice, because I think the price is reasonable. Just accept it. So the second thing is the second criteria actually makes it different, because I don't know if that particular flavor will, can I accept that? Because
so
because you try, we try not to waste it lah. So
so the item can come, and then like what you said, it's not your preferred flavor, and then you just ended up with, I actually have to throw this whole bag away because I don't like the taste of it. Okay. Then we kind of solve it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean we haven't solved it. We know that that's the two criteria. I know that, but the price factor is very easy to be solved. Basically, if you're rich, then the price factor is not a thing anymore. Like, you just spend it, and like why think so much? But when it comes to knowing a fact that it will not go wrong, how do we solve that? Like a very simple example would be shirts. How do you know that? Like when we just start with clothing first, because I think this is the only thing with the most uncertainty. It can be the size, it can be the quality, the design, and what else? Is there anything else? I think mainly this three. Because when it comes to coffee, there's only one thing, the flavor. But when it comes to shirt, there's usually this three things. So how can we solve this problem though?
Well, for quality, I think sometimes we can consider the material of the clothes.
Oh, I think the brand works as well.
Oh, yeah.
By filtering out brand, it kind of ensures the quality.
Yeah, especially those that you actually went to their physical store before.
Yes, actually, that's true. So, quality, the material that works. So I guess we took the quality out of the equation. Design, I mean, like not really design, but how does it look on a person? That is something that's hard. Do you have a solution to that? For me, I don't think there's a solution to that, unless like I know that there's some AR thing which like have a AR try on and all that, but those still can't replace physical store tryouts, right?
Yeah, but I think sometimes this can be depend. I mean, it can, our experience can help us with it. Like if you are familiar, okay, some people might be very familiar with their own body shape and all. They just know what can what works well on them, what doesn't. Yeah.
Okay, I guess this depends on the person, and for me, definitely not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not particularly sensitive to fashion, so yeah, for you, that's okay. I think for me, yeah, this thing will remain a question forever,
But
unless
I
yeah,
think
I physically go and try it out.
but I think the shop reputation is important as well. If you always know that they will always just post whatever is like it's a real picture instead of those
No, I
editing.
mean like the picture is real, but then they usually find the best model to put the shirt on, right? That's the thing. So your whatever you see might not be whatever you see
Yeah.
on your own body. That's the thing. That's the one thing which is a bit hard. Yeah, I think that remains a question for me then. But I do know that if I'm not urgent, I can like, and if they offer returns, I'll just like buy it and then return. Even though I do dislike the process of returning, because you just have to make an effort and just like return it. So yeah, like, I guess COVID makes me a bit lazy. I mean, last time I'm
Makes me
actually quite
even
fine.
lazier.
Yeah, that's right. But when it comes to the third one is actually size. Size,
This
I
one
guess.
is hard though.
But because I buy shoes as well, and then shoes, there's like slightly difference. I do check out reviews and all that. I mean, like, and yeah, but usually I stick to that one single size, and then it's quite okay for me. Shirts, I'm not sure, because I actually don't buy shirts online that often, unless it's from like one single brand. Like if I buy from Uniqlo, I know that I'm definitely access, and no question towards that. But yeah, for you, how do you overcome that?
So usually I'll try to see if they provide that measurement table.
Yeah, there's the measurement table, but then still, like, it doesn't follow accurately to that, right? Isn't it?
Because I know I'm very thin, so usually S or XS will work for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
but overall, on if we talk about on the whole, if you're just how to overcome this idea where knowing this thing will definitely work for you, how would you overcome that? Because like just now we are looking into the particulars of shirts. I mean clothing, and if we go into coffee, that's a totally different thing. Knowing the taste, I guess one way is just to watch review, like there's YouTube review, trying this out, all that. But all of these have individual different ways to find to overcome them. Yeah, to overcome them. So is there a general way, like the price thing? The price thing, basically, if you're rich, then you can just overcome this whole thing. If we want to know that for a fact that this thing works, is there an overall method? Do you think? One reason is that we actually don't want to waste this thing. That's why we actually care about that. That's actually hard. But for I guess for shirts and all this, I'll just stick to maybe branded ones, because I know for a fact that I can't eliminate all the possibility of it. All the possibility that all this may still happen, but it decreases the possibility, I think. So yeah. But for when it comes to coffee, how many packs are there though? The one that which you're gonna buy?
is it called a jar?
Oh, a jar kind of thing. So like you take some and then you actually mix it up, is it? Add some milk, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I try not to add sugar into my coffee these days.
Oh, okay. Interesting. That's hard. Because I was thinking like if it's instant packets, then there's no harm buying one or two. If they do sell one or two packets, there's no harm getting that. But if you talk about a jar, definitely. I can understand that it will get wasted.
Yeah. Although it's very cheap, I just don't want to waste it.
I mean, I guess we can use the traditional method of review.
Yeah.
You just send it onto your social media or something, like just ask if anyone actually tried it.
Yeah.
I think that kind of works.
Yeah.
And maybe you should try that. Have you purchased that, or have you purchased it?
What?
Have you purchased it?
Yeah, I purchased it.
Oh, okay. I thought you haven't purchased it. Perhaps you should actually try that. But yes, I think in that case, I guess that is the best way to do that. Then we should like just post it on the social media and see what other people says. But of course, we are not that famous, so for us should be fine if there's like a few replies.
Yeah.
Then we can easily make a judgment based on those answers. But when it comes to those influencers or whatever, imagine like 100 something answers just
within seconds
comes in, and
minutes.
It's actually quite hard. I can understand that it will be quite hard because it goes back to the online review thing where we try not to rely on, because there's just too much quantity, so it makes it harder to make judgment again.
Yeah.
So I guess like basically the two thing that the two factor that causes choice paralysis is that it's either it's the price and the usability. The usability, if we know that for a fact that this thing can be used, then we're fine with it. So, and then the way to solve it is either you be rich or you just basically get it for a reliable brand, or just ask people around you. Yeah, because we are just trying not to waste it all. But yeah, of course, I won't recommend people to waste it and buy it. Like, oh, if you really don't like it, just like throw it away. But one option, maybe you can like give it out to other people. That would work, I think. So you can like just find others like, do you want this? Like, yeah, take it, because I don't particularly enjoy this flavor.
Yeah.
Like that. Guess that'll be our wrap up then.
Yeah.
Overcoming the choice paralysis in online shopping. Okay, yeah, we kind of already made a wrap up unconsciously. But yes, do you have any insights for this week?
I don't think so.
No, you don't have insight. I don't think I have an insight as well. Just that today is I'm quite happy with today being a Friday, and I'm gonna watch a movie later, and it's a very cooling Friday because it rained yesterday and it rained this morning as well, so the temperature is actually quite low. Quite enjoying.
My place is quite hot currently.
Oh,
yeah.
Is it humid or is it hot? Do you understand the feeling of humid?
Actually, I'm not very sure though.
Humid is usually when it feels like when it's trying to rain. It's been a long time it's trying to rain, you hear the thunder, but then it doesn't rain. The humidity is actually at a very high level, so you feel like your skin is very sticky, something like that. It's because the humidity. That is kind of the feeling of humid.
Then I think it's hot because
it's just hot.
Yeah, because this morning my place didn't rain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, and yeah, it's funny that the insight session turned into a sharing thing. But yes, I guess that's it for this episode then. See you guys next week. I suddenly stopped there. I think I was sometimes I get so conflicted between my YouTube and this podcast. So on my YouTube I talk about like, share and subscribe. I recommend another video, but over here, so thanks everyone for watching. And I hope to see you guys next week. Oops. Oh my god, it comes back again. Thanks everyone for listening, and hope to see you guys here again next week. And thanks everyone for listening. I feel I
you keep repeating.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So yeah, thanks everyone for listening. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the podcast. If you enjoyed, do share with your friends and family and leave us a review on the Apple Podcast. If you're not using an Apple device, you can leave a review on the Apple Podcast website with a link in the show notes. If you have any feedback or thoughts which you hope that we'll discuss in the future, feel free to email them to us at hello@inkthoughts.com, or alternatively, you can send us a private message on our Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter with the username of inkthoughtspod. Thanks again, and see you all next week. Bye bye. Damn, I feel like I'm not in the right condition. But not that I'm not entirely. I'm unlike last episode, which I'm really not in the condition. This one, I don't know. How do you find this episode? Do you find it okay?
Yeah, for me quite okay though.
Okay, for you it's okay. Okay, that's good then.
Because before we start, I actually have the feeling that I'm not in the right condition. But then after we started, then I think okay for me.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that way, because I actually think that this episode is very bad. I performed terribly, but it's okay. Since you think it's good, I believe you. That should be fine. I'm happy that you find it good. But yeah, in the end, I mean, like, the outro part, that is very awkward. Terrible. I shouldn't do that again. They list down the outro somewhere on Notion or something. But yes. Okay, I'm genuinely happy that you think that's good, because I'm very worried that this episode is terrible. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm actually just looking forward to the pants coming out. I'm thinking maybe I'll wear that pants, the grey one to take the vaccine next week. I'm thinking of vlogging for next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, trying that out.
Show me your pants later when they arrive.
Yeah, sure. I'll take a picture of it. Alright. Yeah. Anything you want to talk about?
No.
Okay. It's funny how we talk about our stuff here, and then after we stop recording, we talk about our stuff again. But yeah, okay, I guess we just end it here then.